Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso at thewatchbox.com, your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on our channel or website. Email me. It's in the description, tmosso at thewatchbox.com. And today we're discussing possibly the coolest new Omega of 2018. This is the Omega Seamaster Diver 300 meter limited edition in 3 metals, tantalum, titanium, and rose gold. It's an homage to the original Tritone 1993 Diver 300 meter chronograph that used these 3 metals. The watch is 42 millimeters in diameter by 13.7 millimeters thick by 50 millimeters from lug to lug with a 20 millimeter spacing between the horns, and the timepiece is truly special. On the wrist it looks like nothing else with its no-date dial of titanium and its triple tones of blue-gray tantalum, rose gold, and gray satin titanium. The timepiece wears easily and comfortably on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, and as you can see, it's wearable such that I would recommend it on a wrist as small as 13.5 to 14 centimeters circumference, the lower end of that scale if your wrist is more oval than round. Now it does have some precious metal as well as tantalum in it, so though it's principally titanium, it doesn't feel toy-like or weightless on the wrist. This limited edition of 2,500 pieces is truly special in every regard, and it starts with the bracelet. As you can see, as with the original from 1993, there is a sandwich-style structure. You can see that principally it's gray titanium, the primary links, and then the intermediate links feature rose gold flanking that blue-gray tantalum. You can see the tantalum also used for the base of the bezel. Now the removable links are fixed in place by screws, and as you can see, built into the bracelet there is a half link, as well as a few degrees of adjustment as you have an all-or-nothing fold-out dive extension. Note the use of internal spring-loaded pin snaps here in ceramic so that the tight tolerances of the clasp will be maintained over time. And then you have approximately 10 millimeters of incremental push-button slider adjustability. So you can remove links, you can use the fold-out dive extension, or you can use the slider to size. It's a fully milled-out titanium clasp with a handsome bevel along its side and twin trigger release with machine swing arms, so it's very secure and very solid in its construction. Rolling back to the case, we can see once again the use of several different metals, as we have a hallmarked rose gold individual numbering plate, so you can see these are individually numbered, no 1 out of 2,500 IWC style nomenclature. We have the new for 2018 helium valve, which has changed in profile. Now it's conical, as well as its function. It can now be opened during a dive while you're underwater. If you're engaging in saturation diving and helium builds up in your watch during the dive, the helium valve will open once you've unscrewed the crown when internal pressure exceeds 2 to 3 bar the external pressure, so you don't blow out the crystals or the seals. You have a lovely all satin finish. Normally these Seamasters feature polished bevels, but this is better. It's muted, it's glare resistant, it's subdued, and allows the contrasts in the metals to really stand out. You can see that the bezel base is made of that distinctive blue-gray tantalum, giving the watch again a little bit of weight, with a rose gold crown and a handsome media blasted rose gold bezel insert. Now the bezel actually feels and sounds great. It's the best yet on a Diver 300 meter. It's a crisp and precise 120 click bezel, and you can see that the numerals as well as the indices are all relieved, polished, and raised over the media blasted base for contrast. You can see that the triangular index has a luminescent pearl that you can line up with the skeletonized James Bond, quote-unquote, style hands that are still well associated with the period in the 90s when Pierce Brosnan in his 007 wore this style of watch. And now you've got a 0 to 60 minute count up timer. You also have a dial that's a little bit different than the standard Diver 300 meters. Those feature channels cut into ceramic, whereas this features raised satin finish waves over a media blasted base. And of course the dial is made of titanium, and it says so just below the hands. Rose gold applique and rose gold hands for contrast. It's a good looking dial that's easy to read day or night. Now the movement inside is based on the 8800 in the standard Seamaster Diver 300 meter, but this is a no-date dial, so it's more balanced, it's uncluttered, it's clean, it's purist. The watch does include a hacking or stop seconds function, and the movement beats away at the coaxial specific 25,200 vibrations per hour. We'll pop open the clasp right here and take a look at the movement caliber 8806. It's the same movement in the Railmaster. 55-hour power reserve, automatic winding, full balance bridge with a free sprung index for shock resistance. George Daniels conceived coaxial escapement in tri-level form, both very accurate and very durable. It is a master chronometer with 6-position chronometry tested as a fully assembled watch, also including tests of winding efficiency, power reserve, water resistance, and anti-magnetism, as the watch with a silicon hairspring is effectively amagnetic, all of this pivoting on 35 joules. It is a very accurate, very tough, and 300-meter water-resistant caliber that is exclusive to Omega. This is a rare, beautiful, and uncommonly special watch from a mass-market brand. Bold and unlikely to be duplicated again for another 25 years. This is the Diver 300-meter Tritone. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details. And I'm back with the Seamaster Diver 300-meter Tritone.